Hello, Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising, and welcome to February. The magical world of Pisces takes over this month, and it's a month for dreaming our wildest dreams, thinking, creating, collaborating, communicating, as we have most of our planets in water and air, Pisces and Aquarius. It's time for fantasy, magic, receiving messages from our ancestors, downloads from our dream world through music, having otherworldly experiences, and divine inspiration. Past life love could be coming back into your life. This can happen. Deep compassion and empathy for others could be, what's the word I'm looking for? Felt or initiated with the desire to take action and changing where we see injustice around us. But we must watch for too much overindulgence because there's so much like Neptunian influence. If something comes to you regarding like art, creativity, music, film, writing ideas, ways to help people suffering in the world, oceans, environment, etc., jot them down, as this is no ordinary month, as the veils between the worlds are thinning and we're getting ready for that next round of eclipse activity, which can be felt weeks in advance with the lunar eclipse that will be happening in Virgo on March 13th. And then the solar eclipse portal will start to open up on March 29th in Aries. And that's actually, that window is already open now. The energy for eclipses starts to happen several weeks before the actual eclipse date. And this is in the Virgo, Pisces, Aries, Libra part of your sky. On January 29th, we have a lovely new moon in Aquarius, 9 degrees, and this will still be felt as we enter the month of February, showing new beginnings unfolding now until August 9th at the Aquarius full moon. That moon was beautifully aspected with a tight trine from Jupiter and Gemini and the new moon was conjuncting Mercury and Pluto in a wide conjunction. But anyways, this can be felt the first few days of February, and this happened, Aries, in your 11th house of good luck, big winnings, large groups of people, new friendship groups, celebrities, networks, internet, science, AI, humanitarian groups, and your biggest hopes, dreams, and wishes. You could have wish fulfillment happen through those means or through the groups that you're a part of, and the manifestations can happen through friends, through online communities, or social media. Since Jupiter is in Gemini, in your third Gemini house, you could start a novel, ebook, you could be learning something new that can bring in big gains for you, like a course on marketing, book writing, etc. Or you can develop an app or start a podcast. And with the signature of Pluto and Jupiter in the mix, it can portend like major growth, money, and transformation from something in this third house area, 11th house area, as these two are connected in aspect, but also the nature of these houses have similarities as well. Not to mention money through shared sources or group investments, as Pluto also rules your 8th house, but is now in your 11th. Major transformations and new beginnings can be unfolding now, so get out that like pen and paper and don't ignore any messages you may receive now from friends, from the collective, from your dreams, or subconscious. An aspect that won't occur again all year, or maybe even in our lifetime possibly, will be the Venus-Neptune North Node conjunction, which will also sextile Pluto. Uranus will also sextile the conjunction, and Mars and Cancer is in a wide aspect, but will make a trine. I'm trying to take a look. This will also trine the conjunction. This happens on February 1st through the 9th, and the aspect can be felt exact, I would say February 1st to February 2nd. This is at 27 and 28 degrees Pisces, so Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising, very late degrees. I would say like 24 degrees and up would feel it the most. We'll get 2 hits of this conjunction, actually, so don't worry if you feel like you're missing it or you hear my astrology forecast too late in the month of February. Have no fear, because Venus will retrograde in your sign starting on March 2nd, and we'll go back down to Pisces, and we'll have this conjunction happening again on March 28th, again at an anaretic degree. There are no hard outer planet aspects at this time. Saturn is in a wide 10-degree conjunction, so not really giving any problems at this point. And Saturn's also trining Mars and Cancer. So that's kind of lending some like power, drive, longevity, and stamina to accomplish this dream where the conjunction is happening. And for you, that's in the 12th house. This is dreaming big and kind of following that siren call of the North Node and Pisces in your 12th house. It could be finding a lost love or soulmate from a past life, especially like while traveling to foreign shores. They can also appear in a fantastic or unbelievable way, maybe through some kind of like Neptune venue, like going to the movies, being at a film premiere, a play while traveling overseas, on a cruise ship, being at a film release party. There's a cool winery in the city near me that hosts like monthly vintage movies in their winery. So that's just kind of like a neat idea. Being near water or near places rich in folklore or mythology, cruises, islands, waterfalls, spiritual retreats, ancient ruins. Like place I've always wanted to go to is the Batu Caves in Malaysia. It's a cave system that contains hidden like Hindu temples inside. It's really cool. Or like seeing like bioluminescent pools in Puerto Rico. Just, in nature we find God and very likely a past life love. Maybe through yoga studio, spiritual retreat groups, fantasy book clubs, etc. If you're not looking for love, you could reinvigorate a current partnership through those above means. With the 3rd house, the 11th, and the 12th lit up, some other topics of wish or dream fulfillment can come through like travel, foreign land, oceans, retreats, rest ashrams, past life regression, and spirituality. There could be a focus around humanitarian groups, technology, future-forward tech, new communities, innovative solutions involving communication, education, how to improve or help humanity, astrology, new art forms and music. You can be at the forefront of these changes as Neptune and Saturn, the sovereign, will be heading into your sign. You could be tapping into your intuition and the beauty around you. Your wildest dreams without restrictions can come true. Remember, I talked about Saturn conjuncting the nodes and Neptune in last month's forecast. This is the prelude to let the dream flow to you and then beginning putting form and structure to it near the conjunction in March and April to be able to see the dream made manifest, because we have this rare magical alignment in the cosmos to bring whatever that dream is for you out from the ethers and into form. You can go back and listen to the January forecast about that conjunction in my video section. I also just might link it at the end of this video. On February 4th, Jupiter in Gemini goes direct. On February 5th, Venus will enter your sign, Aries. And on the 12th, we have this kind of crunchy full moon in Leo at 24 degrees. And this will happen in your 5th house of creativity, love, romance, and children, but will oppose the Sun in Aquarius and Mercury and will be squared by Uranus in your 2nd house. This is one tough full moon. However, it's really only affecting you most from 20 degrees up, and Aquarius sextiles you and Leo trines you. So these aspects, even though they're not talking to each other in a happy way, separately they make good aspects to your sun, moon, or rising. Also, Venus is in your 1st house, sextiling Pluto on the 11th, so this is where I would focus if you do have any issues that are coming up or difficulty that is revealed at this time around money, self-worth, creative projects, and friendship groups. You could truly find love through the internet or friend groups while participating in social outings. This could be a hidden romance, as we do have that fated anoretic Venus North Node Neptune conjunction in the 12th house of all things hidden, away from prying eyes. The 12th house is a house of bed pleasures as well, or there could be a taboo reason for needing to keep this away from public consumption. It could be a person you meet that will transform your life with Pluto being here. You can meet in some secretive way, like through direct message or private messaging via the internet, Facebook, etc., or find out this person has been watching you from afar. They could be someone well-known or with a lot of power, since Pluto rules your 8th house. They could also have like Scorpio placements. You can meet through astrology groups or social movement, for example. If you're not looking for love, you could just be looking more like sexy, magnetic, appealing to the public because Venus is in your sign and being sextile by Pluto. But especially when you're like out and about in social settings, parties, you could catch somebody's eye. You could be finding popularity or renown for something that you've been working on behind the scenes now and be bringing it out to the public and having some kind of financial success with that as well. Venus in the 1st sextiling Pluto in the 11th could be a financial win, a lotto windfall as well. You can gain money now from group investments in science, tech, internet-based projects, a 10th house project, because the 11th house shows where we gain money from our 10th house, or winning the lotto. Also, an existing love relationship can take on a more intense, spiritual, and transformative tone at this time. On February 23rd, Mars rules you and goes direct and is not out of shadow until spring. So you can slowly but surely start to feel momentum again in your 4th house of home and family, Cancer. And by mid-April, your 5th Leo house of creativity, luck, and joy. And then also with your 1st house, because Mars rules you, so any physical improvements and changes you're trying to make, but also your 8th house, because Mars also rules your 8th Scorpio house. On February 27th, we have the new moon in Pisces at 9 degrees in that 12th house again, highlighting that earlier conjunction that I talked about. On March 1st through April 12th, Venus will retrograde in your sign and Pisces, not out of shadow until mid-May. Venus is in shadow all month in your 1st house, going retrograde on March 1st. So no beauty procedures that are drastic, like cosmetic surgery or going under the knife or lasers, I would stay away from, because Mars, although is going direct, isn't fully out of shadow until April. And Venus won't be direct out of shadow until mid-May. Do the research now and find the right people or doctors, like do your consultations, start doing the planning, and then make those changes come May. Do easy things that you can change, like change your, skincare, makeup, lotion, etc. Paint a room in your house if you're changing stuff in your home. Change your curtains, no major renovations, don't go under the knife, or cosmetic procedures beyond a facial. Hair trims, etc. are okay. Focus instead on self-care, getting your body to a healthy place if it isn't already, and then do those procedures if you still want to when everything is direct. Because as planets are retrograde, you may be rethinking these things and have a little bit of regret if you do them while their influence is weak. You can make plans for, again, get your consults and just prepare for that Venus direct. Venus only retrogrades every 18 months or so it's a very significant time, and even more so as she spends a large amount of time in your sign and your Pisces 12th house with the North Node, Saturn, and Neptune there, which is really quite extraordinary. And even with Venus retrograding, she's not a harmful planet. I just really wouldn't make big changes, drastic ones that are hard to reverse. You may also be thinking a relationship if problems surface now and they can be healed or let go of over this long transit. Again, I would hold off on any major actions or decisions other than therapy if you need that with a partner or just for yourself, because you don't want to make permanent decisions while Venus is retrograde. Might be a good time though for past life love if that comes back around. And let's see. Therapy is always good, especially when Venus goes into Pisces. And someone can come back from the past, an old love, and if it feels right, you can rekindle that romance, or a new love from a past life can appear. Either way, don't go and have the wedding unless you have the signature in your chart. That's Venus retrograde, that is, and then it might actually work for you. And whether you're with someone or not, I think therapy is always a win. All right, take care, Aries, and we'll see you in March.